Hello everyone, Deb Floros for Jesse James Beads. I could not resist this Pantone pearl strand in red orange. It is so beautiful. The color is just divine. I grabbed a heart pendant and some paperclip chain, and we're going to create a really large bail with some 18 gauge wire. I've got my bench block and a chasing hammer as well as a bracelet mandrel. I'm going to take about 6 inches of wire and roll it around the middle section of my mandrel and create that crescent shape. I'm then going to use my round nose pliers and create a loop on either end of my piece. And you can actually make this bail smaller or larger. It's a personal preference. I'm then going to work harden that bail by hammering it out on my bench block, and that's going to create a little bit of texture as well. So do the texturing and the hammering on both sides of your bail. Then I'm going to attach my little heart pendant, and I'm going to use 2 4mm jump rings on that heart, and then opening up one side of my bail, I'm going to attach that pendant. So it's going to swing around and have some great movement. The next thing we're going to do is add a strand of our beautiful beads on either side with stringing wire. So we're going to attach to those rounded ends of our bail. And I did a pattern of the pearls, that beautiful clay bead, as well as some metal. And it just is a beautiful, sparkly, bright little section of beads. We're going to, with a crimp tube and a piece of French wire, attach that to one of our ends of our bail. Just going to simply attach it onto that loop and string through a couple of the beads up towards the top of that small strand. Then you're going to crimp, and then you're going to do the same exact thing on the other side of this bail. So we're just going to crimp on those pieces, and then we're going to add some of that paperclip chain. And you could add as much or as little as you'd like, but I just string on to the very end of the strand or the piece of chain, and use the same technique with a crimp and some French wire. So I crimp that on, and then I attach it to the other end and crimp. Now I'm going to use some 26 gauge wire and those beautiful crystals. I'm going to wrap that 26 gauge wire around the 18 gauge wire bail about 3 times or so, and then I'm going to use some flat nose pliers to cinch those little curves around together. Then I'm going to string on one of my crystals, and I'm going to hold it up into that bail and wrap that wire around it about 3 times. I'm going to use 3 of those beads on either side of my pendant, and it will look like those beads are sitting on the inside of it. And once you've got everything wrapped on, you will be able to move those sections to the desired location. So maybe you want those 3 beads to be a little bit higher up on that bail, or maybe you want them cinched down closer to your pendant. Personal preference, I pushed mine down closer to that heart. So it really framed that heart. And it looks like the heart is sitting in that nest of those beautiful beads. I love how this piece came out. I just decided to add a simple lobster claw clasp to one end of my necklace, and then I cut my other side of the chain to the desired length. And all you need to do is attach that lobster to the other end of your chain. So we've got a project with wire work, with some stringing, lots of fun design techniques for this piece. I loved making this project. You can find everything to make this at jessejamesbeads.com. I hope you'll give it a try. Thanks for watching.